Okie dokie. So we're really starting to get there with the sticks, the stick figures. The Medicus has one thing trained. Oh, straight back into a fight. Alright, well I wasn't expecting that. 427 gold, okay. So that tells me that the game thinks this should be quite tough for me. Which is a surprise, because by the looks of it, most of my gladiators could take this guy. Like, I don't... Same hit points, way more damage, way better shield, similar AI skill. I'm gonna... Just to try and make this more entertaining, well, that and I want to train up my weaker guys rather than make my guys that are further ahead better. I'm going to send in Papirius, I have no idea how to say that name, who has got stuck in a net. Just... Really? You just can't do the net? It always seems to be the bane of my gladiators, the nets. And I swear to good God, last time I trained to net defense. How? How can you not... Well, I figured as they both had nets, it wouldn't be a problem, but the enemy guy broke straight out, and mine, nope, just stuck in the net. Whole match. That would have been 400 gold, and I got nothing. And I have net defense. Look, I have it. This doesn't make any sense. Okay. Might as well give you a net. Alright, one more. One more of these things and I can fire the Architect. I think then I want the Faber, but I would really like if I could afford the Advanced Faber. Evasive roll, I think, is useful. And then we need an exhibition match. Right, so who are my four worst dudes? Against 4 pinatas at this point, really. Go, train, become better by beating up unarmed slaves. Oof. There we go. Free victories all around. Alright, so now we've got some real pimped out gladiators. Kind of. A small auction at the city. Oh no, not the red-headed slave girl again. Well, it's the magistrate that I'm not at full reputation with, so let's send it his way. Agreed. Oh no, but they're really pissed off the legate. Oh, that is not what we wanted. I guess we're going to have to do another exhibition match. Which is obviously terrible. And a human rights abuse. Not that that stopped me. Ever. I mean, that really wasn't much of an exhibition match. It lasted all of a second. And yet, everyone seemed to love it. Everyone was happy with that. Yup. What the hell? I do not understand the people of Rome. So... Oh. Okay. I expected that to be one of the slaves, but it looks like that was actually one of my gladiators, so I'm surprised by that. What is the... Wolf Courage up here? I mean, that helps it says they will fight for a higher number of victories before they appeal for release. But these guys seem to be appealing for release just because I'm getting them beat up a lot. Which makes sense. But what's... Your AI is already maxed out, so let's do the thing between strength and weapon training, where we get you training those. What about you? You're already doing that. You are meditating and don't need to be, so you can go between strength and weapon training as well. Go. You are weapon training, which makes sense. Perfect. Right, so we don't have any coin. Oh. Oh, and we get a freebie. 119 gold. So basically, someone wanted to execute a slave, but they wanted to put on a spectacle. If I was really sadistic, I could send in one of my slaves to see who would win the punching match. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to send in this guy, who is probably my least well-equipped gladiator, and yet. Pretty sure he can beat an unarmed man. Well, that means we can now get rid of the architect if we don't want to build anything special. I don't think we do, because all of these things take forever. Gathering stones sounds fine, but it would take an awful long time, and I don't think we need it. So let's go to hiring employees, and we'll just get the generic Faber for now. I think that's what we wanted. Let's see. Well, we've bought all the weapons we want to buy at this point. But I haven't really done any armour upgrades, so let's train armour blueprints first. What about the medicus? Is there anyone you're actually healing? Because it doesn't seem like you're even bothering to heal the slaves. Oh, you are. Okay. Well, at least you're some use then. No, we're not. This guy wanted to be released, but we're not doing that. We are, unfortunately, being a cruel dictator. Many of your gladiators against one poor soul. Okay, I don't understand why they're doing this. Because I don't have many gladiators, but the ones I do, because of all the exhibition matches I've been doing, we're sending all but our best guy. Pretty freaking tough. Sweet. Ah, but he's got a net. So that could be the end of every single one of these gladiators, because as we've seen, my gladiators, once put in a net, cannot ever be freed. Thankfully, there were too many gladiators to net all at once, so I still achieved victory. Right. So we can increase running speed. Bumping another gladiator damages him, does not stack on roll attack. Alright. Well, if you've got a boosted run speed and bumping into people damages them, sounds like you've kind of become a wrecking ball. We like the sound of that. What else? Let's buy more food and wine just to make sure we're stocked up. Oh, food and water. Do we need wine? Is there anyone we really need to bribe? I don't think so. I think we're just going to do more exhibition matches when we can. Let's do one now. We can train up 7 people at once. Well, that means we've got someone that's going to get left out. This actually means that the opposing team has more members. As if that's any justification for what I'm doing here. Oof. That's bloody. It's a wonder there's no accidents in this, because I know they all automatically surrender, but you'd think some of them would accidentally die regardless. Yep, and your wounds are terrible. But people are pleased, because that's what you do in Rome. You trade blood for favour. And your AI is full, so we can now train you in some things that aren't just thinking about how to fight a person. And give you some armour that isn't complete trash. I should probably do that with a lot of my gladiators. But it's best to wait for the armour blueprints thing to come through before we do mass upgrades. Ah, so this is the prompt where couple of slaves have got caught and there's no real good outcome. Well, we're going to go for selling them because that worked out so well last time and no one notices or cares. I think last time it pissed off the magistrate, but this time, nope, no dice. No one even noticed. No one cared. And Scribonius is asking for an early release, which is not unfair considering how much I've had him beaten up. And so is Capanus. Who? What? Okay, so that's a more wordy release. But who was Capanus? Ah, another. As long as... yeah, I'm pretty sure all of my slaves are desperate for release. But we're not going for that yet. We need them for training up my actual proper gladiators. Speaking of that, oh no, we can't do another pit fight. But I'm going to grab rebuild net. We can start blasting through the Jupiter games because I am absolutely sure my gladiators are powerful enough to do that now. Which is weird, because last time I did this, I desperately needed a ringer, and now all of my gladiators seem to really be able to hold their own. Yeah, that was a slaughter. And hey, free guy. Alright, let's continue with the games, because even though a couple of people got wounded, we are still easily able to handle this with the amount of gladiators we've got. Oh no, he's got a net! Well, one of my guys is going to get taken. Yeah, there we go. He's going to spend the rest of the match swinging what? Oh, he got free! Well, that is just a good omen. And a solid victory. And free slaves, which means we could probably grant the freedom of at least one of the guys that was appealing for it. I think Javonius was also desperately appealing for freedom. Is it highlighted in red if they were desperately appealing for it, or is it just the last thing I did? Don't know. Alright then. Let's try and train up these newbies. We'll be sticking them in for the exhibition matches soon, which we can do a couple of. But right now, we're trying to get some money. Being that we have so many capable gladiators, this should be very easy. Although, I'm not sure what the big guys can really... Well, die. That's what they can do, as I was unable to even finish my sentence. Because I know they're a class of their own, because it is very possible at some point in the game for you to get, through the rewards system, though you can't buy them, people that aren't actually gladiators, but still have their own like subclass, like the boss class. Alright, well let's free some of the guys I've been using for punching bags, and hold on to the fresh-faced slaves that haven't been beaten up yet. It's only fair that they eventually get their freedom for what I do to them. Otherwise I'm going to have some very bitter people against me. And let's do a couple of exhibition matches to make some more people bitter towards me. Yes. Perfect. Well, this is just... It's almost like herding sheep, except in reverse, because they just sort of spread out to the corners and get punched into submission. And can I purchase any decent gladiators, being that I have spent so much time earning your favour? We have a couple of guys that have very good HP. But on the whole, I'm not sure any of these are worth the purchase, or if I can just train up my own. I'm going to buy one. And yes, my Ludus is over capacity, so let's... I think we're going to turn Pallius into this. We're going to give him a sword and a shield and little else. And we're going to grant him his freedom. And then, hopefully... Your AI skill's actually pretty good, but I definitely want it trained all the way up. And let's get you a nice, meaty shield. And then if my Medicus will get his arse in gear, we'll be ready for more. We done both exhibition matches? We haven't done both. Ready for more training up the new recruits. And beating up the new recruits. Okay. And at this point, by the time we come to the Jupiter Games, we should have a fighting force to be reckoned with, instead of just one guy that I name Goku that actually turns out to be Yamcha. Wait, does that make me Dr. Gero? Didn't he mistake Yamcha for Goku? Yeah, and he put his hand through him. Am I the bad guy? No, that couldn't possibly be true. I'm not doing anything evil. I sure hope this one gladiator and lion don't get slaughtered by my incredibly well-trained troops. Wow. He slaughtered the lion. And then got decimated. Well... You know, I'll be honest, I don't know that he could have taken one of these guys, let alone 5 of them. Oh, hey, spear guy. We always like a free spear guy. Well, in that case, who can we set free? Let's grant freedom to this poor soul. And you've got a sack on your head. For goodness sake. Let's get you some decent shield. Upgrade you from a derpy spear. There we go. Let's some half-decent armour and weapons. There we are. And what's your AI like? Terrible. Well, I don't know why I spent money on that guy, because he is clearly a gimp. Right then. In a way, I can't afford to stop the Medicus from healing, but also, I can't... If I don't pull him off and heal these guys manually, he's never going to get any better at keeping up with this, so I'm afraid at this time I have no choice but to spend gold. Especially on you, and you need a new net. Alright, well, there was some cost to that, but I'm sure we'll recoup it quickly. Ditherius has appealed for release. You know what? We're going to let you go. Because the Ludus is nearly full anyway, so we kind of need the space. Can I replace him with anyone good with my 500 gold? Do we have anyone? I don't know. Got a spear guy. Do like the spear guys. His AI's pretty high up. You know what? We'll take him. And then we'll give him a better weapon. And finish off his AI training. Why is he training agility? That's going to take forever. Alright, we can train automatic yield, which will be good, because we'll lose less gladiators that way. Though I don't think we're going to lose many gladiators with this going on. And then I think we'll leave it for next time.